Welcome to Cinema Gulp today. This is John, and I'm going to do a Quickshot review for Finding Dory.
Dory?
Dory!
Dory!
I remembered something. That's not possible. Is it? Okay, is it like a picture in your head? And then you think I've seen this before? I just used the word before, which means I'm remembering something. What was I talking about?
Somewhere.
My family! They're out there somewhere. I have to find them. I remembered something important.
Something important? What?
Something about a clam or...
No.
No, an oyster.
No.
Mollusk?
No.
Something?
No.
I don't know.
No clam.
Finding Dory is the sequel to the 2003 Finding Nemo by Pixar. It was directed by Andrew Stanton, who also directed WALL-E, one of my favorite animated Pixar movies. In this latest Pixar film, we are taking on another comedic journey across vast oceans into the depths of emotion. In this sequel, this time it's Dory who is in need to be found. As memories of her family begin to come back to her, she is compelled to take to the sea to find her lost home and, most importantly, her loving parents. Marlin and Nemo are back on the adventure with Dory this time, and as her memories lead the group to Morro Bay on the California coast and to the aquarium where she was born. So they're off on this adventure, and really there's only a few returning cast members. You have Ellen DeGeneres and Albert Brooks are both back playing their roles of Dory for Ellen and Marlin for Albert Brooks. And there may be, whoever plays Nemo may be the same actor, I don't know. And they're both great in their roles returning. I'd say Ellen brings the charming comedic style that she brings. It worked great the first time around, and it's wonderful again this time. I think her being the focus of the film, she can get on your nerves a little bit with her memory loss and constantly repeating things. It was something that was funny the first time around.
I suffer from short-term memory loss.
Yes!
That's exactly what you say.
Because she wasn't the main focus, this time she is, so it can get a little bit annoying. There's still so many great moments in this film where she is humorous and entertaining. Albert Brooks also brings his usual insecurities and worrisome style that he brings, but that was why he was cast originally as Marlin, because that's what they want this character, this clownfish, to have a lot of insecurities and fears. He does that well again. And there are a lot of new additions this time around. Ed O'Neill would be the standout. He plays an octopus named Hank. His character is really cool. He's very capable, can do a lot of cool things throughout the film. He's almost a superhero. He's a little bit too cool. They give him too many abilities that make things a little bit too easy. One of my issues with this film is its lack of tension at times, and I think his character, it has a lot to do with that, how capable he is, that you never feel like any situation is out of hand because he's got 8 of them and he's going to solve it in some way. So he's a very fun, inventive character, definitely the standout of the new additions, but he's a lot of fun. There's a lot of other great new characters. Pretty much every new character that they introduce, all the way down to the smallest crab or clam, they all have a lot of humor and inventiveness, and even with just a small, minute amount of screen time, they bring a lot of entertainment to the film, every single new character. Much like in the first film, there were a lot of characters that were in one scene or swam by just for a second and were memorable enough even for their 1 second on screen. I think everybody in this new film hits their mark as well. So that was a lot of fun. There's many Pixar voices that we've heard before in every Pixar movie. A lot of them are back, and that's always fun. There's this great cameo by Sigourney Weaver that is just a voice cameo, and that's a lot of fun in the film. I think that's a little bit of a nod back to WALL-E and her being a voice cameo in that film as well. So like I said, all the new characters are great, and that's definitely one of the aspects of this film that I thought was a lot of fun and really helped us along. It's filled with a lot of light humor. There's definitely a few laugh out loud moments, but I think it's more of just kind of a light humor all throughout the film, but it's always there. I think every scene finds a way to have something humorous going on. So it was very enjoyable. Pixar really is the best in the business at making films that combine everything that we want from cinema. It's got humor, it's got heart. These are well-written stories. They're filled with memorable, colorful characters. And at the same time, with it being Pixar, it's beautifully animated. They're creating these worlds that are beautiful, but also stories that are usually emotionally gripping at the same time. They combine all that and they do it so well, and I think this is no different. This is another slam dunk for them. Another great addition to their catalog of films. It deals with similar themes that we've seen in all the Pixar films before. It deals with themes of friendship and family and trust and courage and determination. Pixar knows how to handle those themes and not ram them down your throat. Obviously, another thing that Pixar has nailed over the years is being entertaining for both kids and adults at the same time, letting a film work on multiple levels, and this one is no different. One thing I did like about this film was the new setting. I think taking it out of the ocean for most of the film, not just another same adventure going through the ocean. This is now an aquarium for most of the film, and it just adds itself to be a little bit different, yet still a similar film to the original. So I like that new setting, but also one thing about the new setting that changed things was it now takes place in California. So the original film had it took place in tropical waters, it took place off the coast of Australia at times, so there was so much of the film was in beautiful blue, bright blue water with colorful tropical fish swimming around and just vibrant colors all throughout the film. This new one taking place off the California coast has a much darker, murky look to it, and that's accurate to what the California waters look like. Again, they've beautifully realized these ocean seascapes. It's still a cartoon, so it's not photorealism or anything, but beautifully realized within this animated world, but it adds a dark, muted tone to the film. It's not as vibrant and colorful and energetic and just popping off the screen the way the original did. A couple things that I will say are my negatives on this film. There's not enough danger in the film. I think the original film certainly had moments where you actually feared for the safety of the main characters. They got themselves into some pretty dangerous situations and had to get away from some pretty dangerous sea life in the original. In this new film, there's no danger really, in my opinion. Once they're in the aquarium, the only danger might have come from human interaction, but all the humans at the aquarium are looking out for the fish, looking out for the animals. So no one's really out to hurt these animals at any point in time. It's really only these scenarios that are set up that create fish out of water moments that create any danger, and all of those are handled way too simply throughout the film. You never really actually get a sense that someone is in true danger of getting to the next water source or whatever. That was my other knock on this film, is that there's way too much human interaction or delving into the human world, fish out of water moments. When you see the film and you see what the third act sets up, it's just a little bit, it stretches reality too much. I know this is an animated movie, it's for kids, it's not supposed to be taken too serious, but I do feel that they stretched the credibility of even this animated world's reality. So those are my few knocks in the film, but I really did enjoy this movie. I think audiences are really going to enjoy this movie. For Chug Meter, the audience meter, I think audiences will definitely love this. It's a great sequel to the original. I think anybody who likes Pixar movies is going to enjoy this one as well. So I'm going to give this an 8 on the Chug Meter. For my own personal taste, I think it was a fine addition to the Pixar catalog. Almost every movie they've made has been excellent in my opinion. It's not an excellent film, it's not a perfect film, it's not as good as the original, but I found it to be very entertaining. I'm going to give this a 7 on the Gulp Meter. 8 on the Chug Meter, 7 on the Gulp Meter. That's my review for Finding Dory. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, please give us some comments below. Hit the like button and check us out on Facebook and Twitter and all of our other areas where you can find us. Look for Cinema Gulp wherever it is. Thank you for tuning in. This is John for Cinema Gulp. We drink your cinema.
I drink it up! That sucker tried to hit a mix, but the mix didn't happen. Records kept floating, all the fish kept laughing. A blowfish blew my mind and started to rhyme as the octopus cut 9 records at a time. Your boy said, show me how to keep my records down, but the shark ate his ham. Your boy got clowned.
The rhymes he say have no particular order. Go ahead, bite his rhymes if you think that you're order.
Hold your breath, MCs, my rhymes underwater. Underwater.